Now, Pooh Shiesty, something I forgot to tell you, he was arrested recently for a charge. He's on house arrest.
Brother ain't even been out a full year yet. He hasn't been out a full year yet. It's like, oh, I understand. We gonna fuck up as humans, we gonna make our mistakes. Nigga, what are we doing?
Look.
Man, this nigga Pooh Shiesty done got himself into some shit, dog. Sometimes I don't know, bro. Do niggas enjoy their freedom? Why do niggas enjoy their freedom? I don't think niggas enjoy their freedom. Anyway, man, let's get into this video, bro. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
So Pooh Shiesty had a problem. If you don't know Pooh Shiesty, he's a rapper from Memphis, Tennessee. Now, Pooh Shiesty's problem is he was just arrested by the FBI for allegedly abducting and then robbing a rap legend named Gucci Mane. But here's the craziest part. Gucci Mane is not just a rap legend, he is a label owner. In fact, Pooh Shiesty is signed under Gucci Mane's label. Pooh Shiesty calls up Gucci Mane. He said, look, I don't want to be signed under you anymore. Gucci Mane said, so, yeah, the thing is Pooh Shiesty.
Which is understandable. Like, you making this nigga a shit ton of money and you ain't seeing half of it. I understand. Brother, there were way better ways to handle this shit. Like, way better ways to handle this shit, man.
Makes a lot of money for the record label. He's a big rapper. So Gucci Mane said, why am I going to let you out of the label when you make me a lot of money? Pooh Shiesty said, how about we have a meeting and talk about it face to face? Gucci Mane said, I don't see why not. Well, let me tell you why not. You see, Pooh Shiesty and his father are heavily associated with the streets in Memphis. Apparently, Pooh Shiesty don't be playing about what he raps about. And he raps about getting down and dirty. Remember the song Back in Blood by Pooh Shiesty and Lil Durk? Well, that song wasn't for you or me. It was allegedly directed to a person he actually robbed, and he was telling them, come get your jewelry back in blood. It just happened to turn into a hit song. Gucci Mane said, yeah, that song did make me a lot of money. You think he upset about that? Let me just hire security. So Gucci hires security. He goes over to meet Pooh Shiesty. Now, here's where things start to get wicked. Because let's just say there's a lot of evidence against Pooh Shiesty. So Pooh Shiesty, Gucci Mane entered the meeting. Now, Pooh Shiesty, something I forgot to tell you, he was arrested recently for a charge. He's on house arrest.
Brother ain't even been out a full year yet. He hasn't been out a full year yet. It's like, oh, I understand. We gonna fuck up as humans, we gonna make our mistakes. Nigga, what are we doing?
He walked into the meeting, he got a phone call, ring, Pooh Shiesty said, hello? The person on the phone said, yes, Mr. Shiesty, this is your probation officer. What are you doing in Dallas, Texas? Pooh Shiesty said, no, I was approved for like recreation, I'm on vacation, all that. The probation officer said, no, you're not. Go back to your house, you are on house arrest. Pooh Shiesty said, probation officer said, boy, when I hang up this phone and blink 3 times, I better see you in the crib, Shiesty.
Here's the funny part. Even if they don't get him on a robbery shit, let's say they don't get him on a robbery shit, nigga, they're gonna get you for violating your probation. Jesus, don't let them niggas find out that you had tools with you. It's over. Like, you going to jail regardless. You serving some time regardless, bro. It's over for you.
Pooh Shiesty wasn't at the crib. How did the probation officer know Pooh Shiesty was in Dallas? Well, because Pooh Shiesty got
nigga had a fucking ankle monitor
said,
on, bro.
look, we can do this another time.
And the nigga, one of the niggas with him also had a fucking ankle monitor on.
They go in the recording studio. Shiesty said, look, I'm going to keep it simple. You know, I want to be out of the label deal. Gucci Mane said, nah, we're just going to keep it like this. Pooh Shiesty said, no, you're not listening to me. The two start getting a little agitated, things start getting a little heated. Shiesty looked at one of the people he came with. He said, go get me my black bag. Gucci Mane said, you better watch out. I got security outside. Pooh Shiesty said, I count about 2 security guards with you. I got some friends too. Another rapper named Big 30, Pooh Shiesty's dad, and about 6 other dudes rush in. They give Pooh Shiesty what he was looking for in that black bag, and it was he brings it out and says, Gucci, so let's have that discussion again. The rest of these folks are armed as well. They take
Boy, that nigga energy switched up quick, didn't it? I ain't releasing you out of shit. But that hammer came out. You know what, big bro? I'll go ahead and sign that bit for you, my dog.
over the studio, block the door. That's why that kidnapping charge is there. Simply put, if someone doesn't allow you to leave a location, that's basically kidnapping.
Smart.
Pooh Shiesty's father brings out a contract saying Pooh Shiesty is let out of the label deal. They give it to Gucci Mane. They say, look, Gucci, we need you to sign this. But here's the thing. If you have on somebody, no matter what they do, no matter what they sign, that contract is not gonna count. So Gucci Mane says, "Yeah, sure, I'll sign it."
Yeah, because he made them sign
it.
They
record Gucci Mane signing it.
They signed it under
we got
stress,
you signing it, Gucci. I mean, you did it.
So you still signed with the nigga.
Pooh Shiesty looks at his dad and said, "This is gonna count, right?" Pooh Shiesty's father looks at it. He said, "Oh no, this is not gonna count." Gucci Mane forgot to date it. Gucci Mane, put the date on. Gucci Mane said, oh yeah, here the date right here. There you go. Then Pooh Shiesty and the rest of his folks rob Gucci Mane and his folks. Pooh Shiesty and them leave. They're caught on surveillance camera leaving. They get him outside.
I just thought about it. Didn't they take like something personal? Like didn't they take the nigga ring and I think the security guards watch? I think so. And then wasn't they flexing with the watch on Instagram? They did that. I mean, they got proof of the robbery right there. I think. Don't quote me on it. I think though. They did that. That's proof of the robbery right there. You fraud.
In their cars, Pooh Shiesty's cars, registered them, leaving. The police were called. The police pull up. They said, what happened? They said, yeah, Pooh Shiesty and them robbed us. The police said, y'all do look injured, but we are going to need some more evidence. Let's look at the surveillance footage. They look at the surveillance footage. They said, oh, look, it's Pooh Shiesty. They called Pooh Shiesty's probation officer. They said, hello? Probation officer said, yeah, Pooh Shiesty over there in Dallas with Gucci Mane and them. They said, yeah, that's what we thought. They hung up. The police went to the local Staples. They said, boy, you won't believe this. Pooh Shiesty's dad was just here, and he printed out a contract. It looked like he wanted somebody to sign. The police said, well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. The police looked at each other. They said, it's like them boys wanted to get caught. Ring, ring, ring. When the police gets an alert, he said, what this? Going on Instagram, he sees some of the goons out there posing with Gucci Mane's jewelry. They said,
proof for the robbery right there. Stay off the. Oh, why when y'all do dumb shit, y'all gotta flex it on the internet like these folks ain't watching, bro? I don't know how many times a motherfucker gonna get arrested because of some shit they was flexing on the internet. Stop flexing shit on the internet if you did some dumb shit, bro. It's proof of a robbery right there. Dumbass niggas.
The police said, oh, you can't make this up. They called Pooh Shiesty. They said, Pooh Shiesty, go ahead and turn yourself in. Pooh Shiesty said, y'all want me to turn myself in right now? They said, yeah, just come on in. We got a spot for you. Pooh Shiesty rolls up. Yeah, the FBI locked up Pooh Shiesty, Pooh Shiesty's dad, the other rapper, Big 30.
His dad,
the rest of the folks that was with Pooh Shiesty.
I don't know how he was the only nigga to get
bond. Sounded damn near giddy while he was saying this press conference, reading out all the evidence. He said, boy, I got a story to tell y'all. Now, side note, I saw a lot of people saying Gucci Mane, it must be a snitch since the police came in and did this whole thing against Pooh Shiesty.
There's 2 other niggas with him, bro. Even if Gucci Mane didn't snitch, them 2 niggas definitely did. And if they did, guess what? He's gonna be forced to tell. He's gonna be forced to, because if he doesn't, he can end up going to jail. He's gonna be forced to snitch, bro. Stupid ass situation that didn't even have to happen, dog. You could have got you a lawyer or something. Lawyer could have got you out that bullshit ass contract you signed. Something, bro. You could have just went on with your day, bro.
But what you gotta understand is there were other people in the room along with Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane very well could have been the one that called the police, or it could have been the security again that Gucci Mane brought.
Who was a former
now
police
Gucci
officer,
Mane
by the way, so
calling
you know
the police. Regardless, in my opinion, I'm saying this man is a label owner at this point. Like, You really think he's going to let this one go? No, he's calling the police. And here's another thing you got to understand. Even if Gucci Mane and the people around him did not call the police, the feds probably wanted Pooh Shiesty so bad that they couldn't contain themselves. They were probably going to figure this out no matter what, either way. As soon as that man skipped out on his probation, I guarantee you the feds got a phone call. What you got to understand is Pooh Shiesty allegedly was wilding out in Memphis and all that. So that's how they got him for that gun charge in the first place. So when you click on the police's radar, the feds' radar, especially as a rapper, they watch you and they're already compiling a whole...
That's the fucked up part. They waiting for you to fuck up because 9 times out of 10, they know you gonna fuck up. They just hoping and praying you fuck up. Man, let's lock this nigga back up with his dumb ass. They hoping they catch you do something stupid. Gotta be smarter than that, bro.
Case against you so they can lock you up for many years. They may let you go on a crime. They may let you go on another crime. But they always got their eyes on you. So when this report came out of Pooh Shiesty, when the police probably got called about this robbery, the feds probably did an instant backflip. They probably said, "Oh, we don't got to do all this paperwork, hawking them down and all that.
God, we got this stupid ass nigga.
Right they said, "For sure." And well, Pooh Shiesty is currently in custody. You got witnesses, you got camera footage, but by far the toughest thing going for Pooh Shiesty in this case is you got like 7 other co-defendants with you. If they get one of those people to flip for less.
And that's one thing. Sometimes when niggas do crimes, they do it with a bunch of niggas. And feds get one of them niggas to flip, but it don't matter what your argument is, it's over. That's why most of the time it's better. I'm not advocating for niggas to do stupid shit. But if you're going to do some stupid shit, it's better to do it by yourself. Because if you do it with somebody or multiple people and all y'all niggas get locked up, they going to get somebody to flip. If they play their cards right, they going to get somebody to flip. Once that nigga flip to take less time, it's pretty much over, bro. It's GG's.
Time and say everything that happened, then Pooh Shiesty and a couple other folks might be going to jail for a very long time. Because the thing is, even though they have all of this evidence against Pooh Shiesty, well, if Pooh Shiesty gets himself a very good lawyer, the lawyer could be like, "Hey, you got actual footage of what happened in that room, or you got all this footage of Pooh Shiesty running around the city and all that?" Worst thing Pooh Shiesty did was violate his probation. Hey, who knows? Gucci Mane could be making up all this stuff because Gucci Mane just don't like Pooh Shiesty. The prosecutor might say something along the lines of, "What about everybody else that was in the room with Gucci Mane?" Pooh Shiesty's lawyer will say, "Look, you just said it yourself. They were with Gucci Mane. They're just gonna say whatever Gucci Mane says." Who knows what actually happened in that recording studio? And well, a jury would have to decide. So again, the feds might do something like grab one of the people that were on Pooh Shiesty's side and say, "Look, we don't want you, we want Pooh Shiesty. We let you walk right out of here. Just tell us everything that Pooh Shiesty did." Or the feds might do something along the lines of just give him a really big charge that they might not be able to prove, but then give him another separate charge like violating his probation and slap on a lot of years for that. And a lot of times,
though, like I said, either way, that nigga is going to jail. He gonna go to jail regardless. And that's sad, because when he came out, when he came home and dropped first day out, man, that shit was a hit. The nigga can make good music. I understand you don't want to be signed up under that bullshit ass contract Gucci got you signed to, but my nigga, you signed that contract. You knew it was a fucked up deal. But you could have got a lawyer or something, bro, to help you get out that contract. Somebody could have helped buy you out your. Well, nah, I don't think Gucci was going. But still, bro, you could have did something, not this dumbass shit. Because at the end of the day, you forced them to sign it under duress. So technically, you're still signed to this nigga, bro. And now you finna go do more jail time for doing that stupid shit. Come on now, big dog.
this is a way for prosecutors to get somebody in on a lot of jail time anyway. So if they can't prove that Pooh Shiesty robbed Gucci Mane, they'll just be like, look, Pooh Shiesty, we for sure know he violated his probation. we gonna slap on the maximum sentence for that. Or we know he had that with him, we gonna slap on the maximum sentence for that. Basically what I'm saying here is it just depends on the lawyer versus the prosecutor and what they could prove to a jury.
Anyway, man, that's gonna be the end of the video right there. Just hope this nigga don't get too much jail time, even though he did some stupid shit. But I never wish jail on nobody. Even a stupid motherfucker like that, I never wish jail on nobody. But we just gotta let the shit play out. Anyway, man, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Other than that, out this bitch.
Phone call like ring, 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 hello, ring, 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 hello, ring, 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 hello, ring, 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 hello, ring, ring, ring.